Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jen and my channel is all about transformation. So just real quick, in terms of transformation, it's just a reflection of my life, where I've been, what I've been through, and where I am today, which has been really distinct and profound. And what I've shared on other videos is that transformation, that has been a journey and not a destination for me. I've spent the majority of my life trying to be somewhere I'm not and never enjoying the process. And there's been a lot of pain involved in that because I've been miserable every step of the way, as opposed to looking at where I am today, embracing it, loving life, finding something beautiful to focus on. I think if, in any given day, no matter what you're going through, no matter how hard it is, there's always something that you can focus on that's absolutely, beautiful, wonderful, amazing, even if you just step outside and into nature. So yeah, I'm sitting on my deck tonight and I wanted to jump on because I had this, so speaking of transformation, so I've had these like dating experiences, which have been, absolutely, I mean, sometimes I just can't even find words, but to be honest, all in all, they've been experiences where I've been learning a lot of really valuable lessons and then also learning more and more and more of what I do want and what I don't want, which is, creating the ultimate sort of standard or level of acceptance in terms of what I'll accept as far as my next relationship goes. So anyway, I had this dating experience, and what I've been realizing, I've noticed a pattern, and I've been frustrated with the pattern because I don't know how to get out of the pattern. It's like I can see the pattern, but I can't see my way out of it. And so I called my girlfriend, and she had some really profound stuff to share in terms of enlightenment. But let me just tell you a little bit about the pattern. So, today, in this day, in this world, it's all about, there's a lot of social media and dating is online. And, back in the day when I was young and dating before I met my ex-husband, I always met people in person everywhere I went. And it was a social thing. And, maybe you'd see a guy across the room and you'd feel that little, like, that spark in your heart. And it would cause you to, like, walk over, or he would come over to you. And things would, potentially unfold from there. You maybe would go on a date or get together or, well, anyways, whatever, that doesn't necessarily happen anymore. And even so, I don't go to the bar. So if, that is a place for that to happen these days, that's not where I'm at. Well, anyway, so I've been seeing this pattern with guys that, they want to text for weeks, a couple of weeks, endless. It feels to me like endless texting. And rarely will they pick up the phone and call to have a phone conversation. But, mostly it's like if we get off the dating app onto Snapchat, then it's like talking, snapping pictures. It's like this empty entertainment that ultimately doesn't lead to actually meeting in person. And then, I'm left frustrated. And then the inclination is to, I don't know, I think this is human nature. I could be wrong, but to blame the guy, right? Be like, that guy is such a D-bag. Douche. But, honestly, that's a lie. So I decided, you know what, because it's a pattern. And the common denominator in that pattern is me. So I decided to call my girlfriend, and I'm like chatting it up with her. And, we definitely believe strongly in the law of attraction and your point of attraction, and you attract who you are and not what you want. And So, I mean, I've done a lot of work around that, but, essentially what she said to me, and I had to write this down because it's kind of like whenever you exercise something new in your life, you have to, you have to kind of practice it because it doesn't come natural. It's like with transformation and change, it's like exercising things that are uncomfortable, getting outside of the norm of what you would normally do in terms of whatever pattern it is or whatever thing you're doing in life that you're frustrated with that you keep doing over and over and over again. So anyway, she said the next time I get excited about somebody, to keep, my emotions in check, and to keep my emotions in check until I meet them, until I actually meet them if they're willing to meet. And if they're not, make a decision quickly and to not tell myself any stories. And that's what I did with this guy is I started, kind of through texting and conversation and snapping and pictures and whatnot, and he actually did call me once. I actually did start to kind of, have interest before I even met him. And then I was creating this story about the potential of like what could happen, which was kind of exciting. And then, ultimately after 3 different times of him saying to me, he basically canceled and bailed on meeting. So he basically, wasn't going to meet me. And, we did have further conversation around what that was about. I mean, ultimately he was telling himself a story about him not being good enough for me, which was interesting. So it kind of did open a door for a whole conversation, which is great. But, at the end of the day, coming out of that whole thing, it's like, I really want to be able to, meet somebody in person before I allow myself to get excited about them. And, I think that's something that's really simplistic that I can practice and I can make a conscious choice in. And then beyond that, if somebody, wants to text endlessly, I can just let them know in a nice way, I value my time and, I'm not interested in endless texting. If you want to meet, let me know. Otherwise, I'm not doing this. I mean, I don't know that that's like the best, way to kind of say it. And oftentimes I have to like think a little more about how I want to say things. But I mean, essentially for me, I'm not doing the texting thing. It's just crazy. So, anyway, long and short of it is when you see a pattern in your life, you are the common denominator. And, it really is powerful and freeing when you begin to take personal responsibility in your life for how you show up in terms of you, meaning me. So for how I show up, when I begin to take that personal responsibility in that situation with that man for how I show up, I free myself because I don't make it about him. I don't have to complain to my girlfriends about him being this or him being that or him not doing this or him not doing that. Just accepting it, and that's that. So yeah, that was like my little fun day today. And oh my God, thank God for my girlfriend, who, by the way, is going to be starting a podcast, and it's going to be amazing, and I can't wait to share it with you guys once she's already started the ball rolling, but once she gets it like live. So I will be sharing that to come. Anyway, thank you for listening tonight, and if you like this video, if you could just like it below, and I will be back And thank you. Have a good night.